What if I told you your memory isn't actually broken? You've just been using it wrong. There's no arguing that the global attention span has sunk to dangerous levels in recent years, mainly thanks to social media. But attention span is just one small factor in our ability to exert control over our memories. In this video, we'll look at various methods to remember anything you'd like, while also limiting the power of intrusive thoughts and negative emotions. The same techniques I'm about to discuss are used by memory champions, Navy SEALs, and other elite mental performers. So, forget everything you've ever known about memory. I'm going to show you to the next level. Techniques for remembering anything. Let's be clear, these techniques aren't magic. Rather, they're science-backed methods used by millions of people who want to learn faster, remember better, and stay sharp for longer. The first technique is spaced repetition. You might describe this as weightlifting for your brain. It involves reviewing flashcards at increasingly spaced intervals, helping your memory to get stronger each time. Now, chunking is really just a fancy way of breaking down big ideas into smaller ideas that your brain can actually handle. Think of how you remember a phone number. There's a certain cadence to it, right? Well, believe it or not, this works for all sorts of information. Now, add visualization and association into the mix. This allows you to turn dry data into vivid images, which lets you link it to something familiar. The natural extrapolation of this is what's called a mind palace. This is a 3D space, such as your childhood home, only you imagine yourself placing facts in each room, almost as if you're decorating it with data. It sounds weird until you realize memory champions swear by it. Want to really make it stick? Teach what you learn, out loud, to your dog, to a mirror, to your little bro who just wants to play Fortnite. It really doesn't matter, because as long as you teach it, you own it. All of these techniques represent helpful ways you can use to shift from cramming and forgetting to learning smarter, not harder. Clearing your mind of clutter. Now, let's talk about forgetting. It is not only possible, but often essential to forget things on purpose. You see, many of the things that tend to clutter our memories aren't facts, but feelings, intrusive thoughts, anxiety, or even trauma. These can interfere with our lives in all sorts of different ways, and many of us feel powerless to do anything about them. The good news? Your brain has tools to help you. It's a good idea to start with thought replacement. When a negative thought shows up, don't let it crash on your mental couch. Swap it out with something calming or productive. This could be anything from a positive memory to a personal affirmation. Mindfulness meditation is another helpful tool. It teaches you to observe thoughts without getting tangled in them. Think of it like watching clouds pass by you instead of standing in the middle of the storm. If you're new to the concept of meditation, or tried it and never really got it to stick, there are plenty of apps that help make it more engaging and beneficial. Now, cognitive diffusion is one of the easiest tactics. It's about seeing thoughts as what they are, just thoughts. They aren't facts. When you say, "I'm a failure," that doesn't make it true. It's just a thought you're having at a given time. As simple as this is, it's also incredibly effective. Some go deeper with visualization or EMDR techniques. An example might involve mentally shrinking painful memories or tucking them into imaginary boxes. Still, others rewire their brain with neuroplasticity. This is pretty advanced, but it essentially involves creating new associations and breaking old mental loops with fresh habits. These aren't just coping tools, but acts of mental self-defense. They give you control over your mind, helping you heal, refocus, and breathe again. How to optimize your memory efforts. Alright, so you've got the techniques to remember anything, and the tools to forget what doesn't serve you, but what if you could turbocharge all of that? These bonus tips are the secret sauce that make everything else stick better, faster, and longer. First, let's talk about hydration and diet. Your brain is about 75% water, so if you're dehydrated, there's no way you can perform at top capacity. The same goes for your meals. Studies show that foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, walnuts, and flaxseed, help build better brain cells. You might also consider antioxidant-packed blueberries and dark chocolate. Your body matters too. Exercise, even a brisk walk, increases blood flow to the brain, and don't underestimate the power of good sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours every night. Next up, stop multitasking. Seriously, you might think you're being efficient, bouncing between emails, group chats, and study notes, but your brain is doing mental gymnastics, and not the good kind. Multitasking splits your attention, which weakens your memory. Instead, focus on one task at a time. You'll actually get things done faster and remember more. Quality beats quantity every time. You can also experiment with environmental cues. This works because our brains love routine and context. Try studying in the same spot every day, or using scents you like, such as peppermint or citrus, while studying, and again while reviewing. After all, smell is tightly linked to memory. Even your posture matters. For example, sitting upright improves focus and blood flow to the brain. So yes, slouching on the couch might feel great, but your brain is not a fan. In the end, remembering or forgetting isn't about having a good memory. It's about using your brain the way it was designed to work. So, whether you want to ace your next exam, finally learn Spanish, or just find peace from the thoughts that won't shut up, you need to know that you already have the tools. Now it's up to you to use them. Your brain is not a storage unit, it's a muscle. Train it right, and there's nothing you can't remember or forget.